What's up, guys? This is Burton Hughes. We're back here at ECR for a private track day, but the difference with today is it's going to be bikes and cars. Let's go take a look. Okay, so we're here with Raphael. He's a member, and he messaged me on my DM and said, look, why don't we do a private track day? See what you think, because ultimately, I think the goal is to join, and he's warming it up for me. So what ultimately a couple months ago made you join? Like, what are some of those perks?
I did a couple of Ride Smart, I did a couple of SRC here at ECR.
Yeah.
I caught myself not being able to make it.
Scheduling.
I had a schedule way in advance, you know.
Yeah.
My schedule is just like yours.
Yeah.
Depends on somebody else's schedule.
He's also works for a roofing company, so it's like we are really similar.
Yeah. A couple of roofers.
Yeah.
Nothing sexy about that, so we're trying to do this, right?
Right.
So I wasn't able to get through, and for an entire 2 years, I wasn't able to ride at all.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? The only way I can make it is commit to it, commit fully, and get a membership, start learning. And right after I got the membership, every day I had free day, I could just
You were coming because you could.
Yeah.
You literally can just show up.
And I don't have to stay here all day. I don't have to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning.
You can get a couple hours in,
ready.
and then
I just have to load up my bike, come in here at 8 a.m., do a few sessions, go back home. I know you're encouraging a lot of people to do the right thing, which is actually put in real skill, ride it properly, you know. And I saw that, I was like, man, I related with this guy so much, you know, but then I thought, man, this guy would ride so much more and actually help so many other people by sharing the information. I was like, I gotta get him on the track.
We love that.
And I am sure once you ride a few days as a guest, you'll be like, okay, this makes sense.
Today there's going to be cars and bikes. So how do they work that out? Because I assume that the bikes and the cars aren't going to be on the track at the same time.
No, they're not. First half of the day, they'll do 2 car sessions, one for race practice, one for regular cars. Okay. And then we go. After lunch, it's 2 sessions. The motorcycle will split into advanced and regular. And the third one would be cars. So every 40 minutes, there is a session. So if you want to take advantage of the whole day, you can do as much as 6 sessions. That's 20 minutes each.
That's really similar to Ride Smart, but the thing is you're not going to have the class. So this may be a time where if you have a private instructor or something like that, and I'm sure there's people around that you can get that one-on-one coaching. Again, I don't know what they say as far as, you may know this, but like an hour on the track is equivalent of like 6 hours on the street. I mean, it just exponentially, like the learning and the skills and the motorcycle and how everything works, like you acquire those skills much quicker, really, like even more like riding on the street. So
my very first track day I remember with Ride Smart, and after the day was over, I was like, man, this is tiring, but guess what? I'm walking away like 8 times better.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize how much risk I was putting myself into. Like not putting weight on your handlebars, trying to use your lower body, not being lazy, actually being able to use your full tire. You know, obviously you don't get good in first day, but just that first day is exponential.
I think a lot of people are really intimidated by the track, like the whole like track day. They have this conception that it's just balls to the wall, like they're just cranky, you're just going fast and you're dragging knee. You can do that, but really it's just about getting in and actually understanding what the motorcycle can do, because what you'll find out is the motorcycle is way more capable, and us being on the motorcycle actually hinders the motorcycle itself. So the whole thing is actually learning how to work with the motorcycle, because ultimately the motorcycle is going to track and do what it does. We disturb it. A track day isn't something to fear or have like this, I don't know, I just think there's a big misconception with track days and what it entails. And that's really why I've been trying to do these track days and really try to show it, like we say, like raw, fast, and real, because I think at the end of the day, we need to get more people on the track. We need to get the skills up, because ultimately, rider error is the majority of the wrecks that you hear out on the street.
We say that in gym industry, right? Like people have this same stereotype in gym industry. Like this guy works out for 10 years. I better stay away from him because he'll make fun of me.
It's the exact opposite.
It's like you go.
He's the nicest guy to talk to.
Yeah, he'll probably leave his set, go help you. Because he understands it'll go a long way. Same thing here on the track. Like I was here last time. I crashed a couple of weeks ago. Thankfully, nothing happened to me. But one of my buddy, he followed me for a couple of laps. We pit out. He comes to me. He's like, Rafael, I saw a couple of things. I was like, man.
Great.
Thank you, bro.
And you're humble enough to take the information.
Bro,
where most people get offended, you know?
That's when you start seeing how much better it can be. And then you start falling in love with it. Nobody's asking you to not go ride on the street.
Yeah.
Now you'll go on the street more confident.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about the motorcycles. So again, you see that I got my trusty ZX6R, which I love, but Rafael actually has his Aprilia today, so I'm gonna hand it over to him, let him talk about it briefly. I know in the comments you guys have been saying I need to get an RSV4, so why don't we talk about that, and we'll talk about my plans.
Y'all are probably used to seeing fancy new bikes, with Burton especially. This guy has a dealership going on with him. I have an oldie. It's a 2014. I've put tons of miles on it. My buddy Jay actually helps work on this, and he takes care of it like it's his own. I love this bike, especially because of the chassis. This is a race chassis. If you guys remember, this bike raced in World Superbike. The chassis is 600, the engine is 1000. This thing is so flickable. It's so much more easier to ride. That being granted, I'm not a fast rider, so it's a lot of bike for me. But that's the point. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of juice.
A lot of torque and power.
I know R1 has the best sounding motorcycle, but this may be close.
You like? Okay, we'll get back to that. We'll get some sound clips today. There's going to be some controversy in the comments. That's going to. I love that. We'll let that.
I'll say second, right? I'll say
no,
second.
stick with what you said. Like, no, I fully endorse what you said, but I will say for 2014, you're like me. You take impeccable care of your stuff. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We care about riding.
Yeah.
You know, why wouldn't we care about what we are riding?
You hear that? It's about maintenance and taking care of your things.
It's funny. I don't even get it. Like, I absolutely don't, because I won't even ride it if it's not looking good. Like, why would I ride it? It just feels wrong.
I get it.
Super fast, I recommend it. I know, man, there is pros and cons. So is with all the other bikes, right? I mean, ZX6R, again, I'm gonna catch some heat, but I heard ZX6R recent, the 24, 25s, had some issues too.
Yeah.
Look, man, these guys are putting in R&D. Aprilia is trying to really do its best. Aprilia is trying to compete with Ducati, so they're trying to do that.
And they are.
And so there will be some errors. So yeah, I'm not saying it's perfect, but some bikes are not, but it's overall worth it.
Another thing too, I'm on a 600, he's on a 1000, so that's where he was talking about the power. The bikes are essentially the same size. The 1000 can be a little heavier, but a lot of times people prefer like the 400s, the 250s, the 500s, the 600s. For me, the reason I don't have my 1000s out here is because to really set your bike up for the track, the suspension and all of that, there's a lot that goes into it. And he was talking about the different, differences of motorcycles. That's why I have 14 motorcycles. I love all the differences and I love talking about them. I sold my 22 factory 1100 last fall. You probably saw it in one of Fastlane D's videos, and I know a lot of people are just getting new since we just started the new channel, but I am highly considering the new 26, so don't be surprised if just like one day it shows up. Like, don't be surprised at all. But the biggest thing is just appreciating all bikes, different shapes, sizes, all the different things. I think it's enough talking. Let's get suited up and let's get after it. session one. There was some good, bad, and the ugly. Really just trying to take it kind of at a slow pace. I was following Raphael quite a bit just because he's a member. It's been a couple weeks, so I just had to just kind of orient myself. He has a slightly different lines through some of the corners. Since he's a member, I was following him, but some of the lines that we did during Ride Smart, a little different, so follow his lead since he's here all the time. So Raphael, how do you think that first session went?
I have a couple of questions before I kind of give feedback, right? Because I want to know where you're at.
Yeah.
You've done one session at ECR.
Yes, one.
Okay.
Well, one day, yeah.
Few sessions, one day.
Yeah.
How many track days in total have you done?
4.
Okay. Dude, I mean, I'm impressed. I want to let you go so I can see your lines, see your pace, and you're going decent pace, like decent pace.
Like 70%. I think I was like 60%.
Like when I say decent pace, given that it's first session, so you're not running very hard, it's your second day.
Yeah, second day.
So for second day, you were able to differentiate what line you ran the first time, what line you ran the second time. Like this is very important, like to be present. Because what happens is the moment you get on the track, it's overwhelming feeling. And so people lose it. How do I know? Right here, example. Dude.
He's speaking on experience.
Dude, like I'm telling you, like you did probably 20 times better than I did the second time I was on the track.
Yeah.
So kudos to you.
Thank you, sir.
I think, by the time day ends, you're probably gonna pass me, something like that. It's okay. I don't mind.
Hey, the 600 for the win. We'll see. He's got a pretty good pace. He's being pretty humble. When we went out and you had me pass, I probably really what I should have done is 2 more laps behind you because I was still like reacclimating myself, but it was really fun. I had a good time. I'm really looking forward to the second time that we get out. One of the biggest things that you'll learn doing track days is tire pressure is key. He's running a slick on the back and I think a street tire on the front, but there's slick. Not a lot of tread. It's basically a slick compound. I'm still on street tires, but I'm gonna fully just jump into just running slicks here soon. But tire pressure is absolute king. So Berkeley's having some fun on this scooter. It's an electric scooter here for ECR, but there's a lightning strike, so we don't even know if we're gonna get ready to go back out, so why not teach her to ride this thing? So turning is always challenging, but I'm teaching her to lead with your head, and it was an immediate improvement.
Starting with the basics.
Yeah,
slowly.
But it was an immediate improvement. Sounds pretty good.
I like the moped.
Left ECR. I signed up last minute for this track day here at COTA in Austin. So we're doing just a half day. So I'm gonna literally do 2 sessions on the track. This next one I'm gonna be evaluated, but just wanted to give you a brief overview of the track. I gotta get back to DFW for a prior engagement. Let's get it. And it's really quick pace today. Everything is just fast. So we literally had 5 minutes to talk about that session. But all in all, I'm hitting my lines. My body position's good. My main focus this time is after the long straight going into 12, I need to really dive into that apex. And then turn 20, which is the last corner. It's not a 90, it's a little bit past 90. It's a tricky corner going into the front straight. So those are my 2 critiques, is to really dive and push and so I can get on the gas. So really hit the apex so I can get on the gas earlier so I can really take advantage of the straightaway. So let's see how it goes. This is my second session and last session of the day. Let's get it.
Tipping in. So basically these two guys in front of me with the purple jerseys are being evaluated. So basically they follow one lap with the instructor. This is what I did last time. They follow the instructor one lap. And then they round robin. The instructor has a camera on his bike. We just didn't have enough time to evaluate mine. We did like half a lap. He's watching me before here. So all in all, it was really just sticking the 12th corner, which is after that long straight, and in the last corner going into the first straight is where I really need to make sure that I'm hitting that apex perfectly so that I can carry that momentum. This is one of my favorite sections of the track right here. This is 11. And then we just get on it here. Which I did. Perfect. You run this one wide, and then you can hit that one. This is a really cool corner here. You can kind of float this, and then you just stay in the lean. You can maintain that corner the whole time. So this is the last corner that I need to focus on. Hitting that apex, which I'm doing. Beautiful. Right now, we're about 50% of the pace. This is a 3-story hill. It is very deceiving. This thing is tall. This is where I'm just going to work on body position. Sometimes you need to go slower to go faster. It's just hard because the last section we were out here, man, we were absolutely hitting a blistering pace. Corner that I need to really stick. Dip it in. It's actually more than 90 degrees.
Apexes like we were supposed to, so that session the goal was to really stick corner 12 after the long straight, and then corner 20, which is going into the last corner into the front straight. I was nailing them. I was feeling good. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If there's anything else that you want to see on this channel, let me know. You'll see on the last one we just dropped with the M1000, I just felt called to just kind of speak a little bit of words of wisdom. So not trying to preach, but it's just nice to have someone just kind of give you some little mental notes, things to think about along the line. So again, we're motorcycle focused, but I'm also going to sprinkle some nuggets of wisdom in there. Have a great rest of the Saturday. We'll see you soon.